Hi there, fellow humans. My name is Misha, and today I'm doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? And the answer is simple. I watched Booktube for a very long time, and I just find this community lovely and amazing, and I really wanted to become a part of it. And I actually filmed a few videos before, but I never posted them. Also, it's great to have a place where you can just rant about books and people will actually listen to you. So the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I actually think that everybody is different and unique in their own way, because everybody has a different personality, everybody has a different perspective. But also I read a lot of books I don't really see on Booktube very often or at all. So I would like to share with you my taste in books, and I also have some fun ideas what I would like to do with this channel, so hopefully you will also find it interesting. Also, this is not only going to be a Booktube channel, so there will be some other videos. It won't be just about books. The third question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? And I actually think that at the beginning everything is very exciting, at least for me, and I'm just really excited about being a part of this community finally, and to figure out how to make my videos better and more interesting, how to edit properly. So the fourth question is, why do you love reading? And for me, it's because my parents love reading and they would always read me stories before bed. And then when I learned how to read, I would just escape into the worlds of different books. And I just always found it very magical. And honestly, I didn't really have friends when I was little. So I spent a lot of time just alone with a book, and this just got very sad, so let's just move on. The fifth question is, what book or series got you into reading? So for me, the first book I ever fell in love with was A Prince with a Wooden Sword, which is a Czech book, and I don't think it was ever translated into English, so you're probably not going to know it. This book is about a little boy who has a wooden sword and who's playing outside, and he pretends to be this prince who saves a princess who was turned into a mushroom by this evil witch. It's basically just a story about a boy imagining this world where he's the hero and he saves the princess and everything has a good ending. And it's not real, it's just this imagination, and I just loved that aspect of the story, and I remember reading it like so many times, and I just loved it. And I got the book when I was like 3 or 4, but I wasn't able to read it myself back then, so my mom would read it for me, and then when I learned how to read myself, I would just read the book over and over again. Then I had like another moment when I fell in love with reading again, because I had a few years that were quite difficult for me and I wasn't reading as much. But when I was like 14, my mom bought me the Princess Diaries, and I completely fell in love with the series. The sixth question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would probably ask them how it felt to make their first video, and how did they overcome the awkwardness that comes with making videos. At least for me it does. I don't know about other people. But that would be something I would be interested in. Some just tips how to make me less nervous and more comfortable talking to a camera. The seventh question is, what challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I basically already answered this. I think the hardest thing for me will be to overcome how awkward it is to sit in your room and talk to the camera, and not to think too much about how it will end up looking like and sounding like. And also I think time management will be an issue because I have a lot of stuff going on and I don't know how much time I'm going to have to make new videos. The 8th question is, when did you start reading? In the 1st grade, when I learned how to read, I guess, I actually remember knowing my favorite stories by heart and just reciting them to people and flipping the pages, pretending I'm reading the story, but I couldn't read at the time. So it's just funny to remember it now. The 9th question is, where do you read? I love reading in my bed in the evening, especially in winter when I'm snuggled under a blanket with a hot cup of tea or cocoa. But the most often I read on a train because I travel almost every day and there's just nothing else to do. I can't read in buses or cars because I get motion sick, but nothing bothers me in trains unless there is somebody screaming or making a lot of noise. But still I can put headphones in and ignore them. And the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I love fantasy, sci-fi, horror, magical realism, but I enjoy a lot of other genres as well. So this is everything I have for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Please give it subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thanks everybody who watched my first video and who commented and liked. And I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day. Bye!